the race.
We'll get drivers from our last race of the night, which will be open sprint. We'll get a couple guys out here to marshal.
Bruce Ferris. Tony Beatty.
All right, just need a couple marshals out for the open sprint and we will get ready to go here. Looks like I've got them on the way. Got Brandon on the way, we'll get one more. All right, we'll get either David, Brian, or Sean out here. David, Brian, or Sean needs you out here to marshal. Okay, we got our drivers, we got our marshals, you guys can roll them off. Off and underway here, race 1, Class A main. Got some action off the start already. Between Tony and Jason there, battle for that number 2 spot. Jason having a look to the inside. Tony holds on for now. Oh, a little trouble for Jason there now, Bruce. 5 laps down, 25 to go. Bruce, Tony, and Jason, 1, 2, and 3. Bruce with a 2.5 second lead over Tony. Tony with a 2.5 second lead over Jason. So a lot of racing left to go. Oh, trouble in out of 2 there. That is clear. Off and rolling again. So now Tony's taking over that race lead. Bruce to that 2 spot. Jason to the 3. One second now between your leaders, Tony and Bruce. That is your battle for the lead. Jason going to be about 13 seconds out in that number 3 spot. Seven one for Bruce that time, right? All out of the race. Coming up on Jason there. That is your battle for the lead. 10 laps left to go. Oh, little bit over Tony there now. Bruce taking back over the top spot. Tony into the 2 cases to the 3. Laps left to go. Bruce, Tony, and Case in your running order. Bruce and Tony 2 seconds apart last time by the line. I know your closest 2 out there. Low 3 and 4, low 3 and 4. Alright, that is clear. Last lap here for Bruce. Alright, you guys will be done as you cross.
All drivers are finished.
That's a race, everybody is done. Alright, so Bruce takes that one, Tony in the 2, Kason in the 3. Alright, get them back out here to Marshall race 2, Lucy Wingless. Got Lee Chris, Mike Kraft, Mike Fleming, and Sam in this one.
Sam Scheffler. Chris Anderson. 2 minutes to the start of the race. Mike Kraft Jr. Mike Fleming. Lee Osmond.
Alright, everybody checked in. Next time by, we'll get you lined up here.
1 minute to the start of the race.
Everyone's good to go here. It's going to be Lee on the 1, Chris on the 2, Mike Kraft on the 3, Mike Fleming on the 4, Sam on the 5.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
Alright, looks good. Drivers ready, marshals ready. Roll them off. Here we go. Off and underway race 2, Lucy Wingless. Got Lee Ockman leading them around. Got a lot of battles going on here early. Mike Kraft Jr. up to that number 2 spot. Lee Ockman holding on to the Lee Chris in the 3, Sam in the 4, Mike Fleming in the 5. Looks like Lee and Mike Kraft can have a good battle here. Close on time, high coming in 3, high to 3, high to 3. That's clear. Lee, Mike Kraft, Chris Fan, and Mike Fleming in running order. Oh, Mike having a look to the inside of Lee there. Trouble on the front, coming in the 4. Watch it on the front, watch it on the front. That is clear. Looks like Chris got the worst out of that one. And he wasn't even part of it, really. 10 laps down, 40 left to go. Got Mike Kraft now leading him out. And now all great, the black wheels coming across the line, he goes. And then your second place car coming by the line here is going to be Lee in that yellow and gray. then Chris gonna be 2 seconds back in the lead, 3 seconds back to Sam in the 4, 13 back to Mike Fleming in the 5. Looks like you had some trouble for your leader there now. Lee's taking back over the race lead. Mike Craft in the 2 spot, Chris Anderson right behind him in the 3. They'll keep battling out from across the line. 6-7 from Mike Craft Jr. that time by a hot lap of the race. Just what he needs to get back into the battle for the lead and try to get away from Chris. Your top 3 only separated by 2 seconds here. So anything can happen. We're not even halfway in yet. 30 laps to go. Down 25 to go here, halfway into this one. It's Lee off and Alpha, 1 second up on Mike Craft Jr. 2 seconds back to Chris, 3 seconds back to Sam, 37 back to Mike Fleming. 6-6 from Mike Craft that time by a hot lap of the race. He is now right behind the lead for that number 1 spot as they come out of their 4 cross line they go. 20 laps left to go in this one. So a lot of time for the battle out. Mike now having the inside coming out of turn 4, taking over the race lead. Lead out to that number 2 spot. Those two coming across the line again. 2 tenths the gap. Lee looking to strike back here. Oh, Mike kind of steps out on him there. Coming into turn 3. Now Lee back up to the lead. Mike going a little faster that lap now, 7 tenths to gap. Oh, coming into 3, that's clear. We got this battle. Lee came back up again. Watch coming into 1, careful into 1. That is clear. This one is going to come down to the last few laps here. We got 6 to go. These two have been battling out all race here. Lee and Mike Craft. 3 tenths apart last time by the line. They got some lap cars that are coming up on here. Oh, Lee goes out and gets pulled into traffic. Mike now will take over the race lead. 3 laps left to go. Lee to that 2 spot, Chris to the 3, Sam to the 4, Mike Fleming in the 5. Your leader Mike Craft from the cross line here. One more time, he will go down the back straightaway into 3, out of 4, and checkered flag.
Mike Craft Jr. done.
All right, cross the line, and you will be done.
Lee Osmond done. Mike Fleming done. Sam Sheckler done.
A lot of good battles in that one, but Mike Craft will take that win. Lee in the 2, Chris in the 3, Sam in the 4, Mike Fleming in the 5. All right, we can get them back out here to Marshall. Race 3, 13.5 late model.
David Shore. Sean Russell. of the race. Steve Crawford. Brandon Shrout. 1 minute to the start of the race. Seconds to the start of the race.
Alright, drivers are all checked in. Marshals are out there. If you guys are ready, we can go ahead and get this one rolling.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
Alright, it's going to be Brandon, David, Sean, and Steve. Alright, drivers ready, marshals ready. We'll roll them off.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
Yeah, let's restart that. Yeah, actually get them out. Roll them off. Here we go. Off and underway. Race 3, 13.5 lane model. Oh, trouble for second and third there. Brandon will take off with this one. Steve Crawford to the number 2 spot in the 4. And then Sean 3, David in the 4. Now we've got Sean, David, and Steve all pretty close, second, third, and fourth. Brandon with a 3.5 second lead on everybody, though. 10 laps down, 40 left to go, so a lot of racing left in this one. Anything can happen. Right now, though, everyone's starting to get a little more spread out. Looks like Sean running a hot lap of the race that time by a 6.3. David has the next best lap with a 6.4. Brandon with a 6.5. Steve with a 6.6. 15 down, 35 left to go. Right now, your close battle, Steve and David, 1 second apart last time by for that number 3 spot. A little bit of trouble for your second place driver, Sean, there. Looks like Steve and David now pretty close for that number 3 spot. They unlap themselves there. You got about Brandon and Sean, a lap from Sean and David, and then David and Steve are battling for that number 3. Four laps to go, just over halfway. Turn 1, that's all clear. Your leader's still going to be Brandon with that white and purple, going in the pink and yellow. David in the green and white, Steve in the red and white. 15 laps to go. High on 4, that's clear. David and Steve now that battle is shaping back up here. Half second between them, last time by, 5 laps left to go. Looks like Steve getting back around David for third now. And there's 3 laps left to go here. High out of, that worked itself out, all clear, high out of 4. Clear cross line here, just go around one more time. Into 3 out of 4, and checkered flag.
Brandon Shroud done. Sean Russell
Alright guys,
done.
cross line, you will be done.
Ian Crawford done. All drivers are finished.
That's the race.
David Shore done.
Brandon takes the win, Sean in the 2, Steve 3, David in the 4. Alright, we'll get them back out here to Marshall Race 4 Street Stock. Got Lee, Scott, Chris, Mike, Bruce, Sam, Corey, and Zach in this one.
Minutes to the start of the race. Zach Baker, Bruce Ferris, Corey Handler, Scott Simon, Mike Kraft Jr., Chris Anderson, Sam Shepler. To the start of the race. Lee Osmond.
Alright, everybody checks in. everyone's ready, we can go ahead and get the guys in turn one here. It's going to be Lee on the 1,
45
Scott
seconds
on the
to
2,
the start of the race.
Chris on the 3, Mike on the 4, Bruce on the 5, Sam on the 6, Corey 7, and Zach 8. Alright, drivers ready, marshals ready, you guys can roll them off.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
Here we go, off and underway, race 4, street stock. Yeah, Lee Osmond lead him around, Scott Simon in the 2. Oh, trouble coming out 2, high out of 2. High out of 2, that's clear. And it looks like Scott having a little bit of a longer lap there, so Lee will stretch out his lead. Scott to staying in the 2. Mike in the 3, Chris in the 4. Sam up to the 5, Zach up to the 6, Corey to the 7, Bruce to the 8. Your leader will be that silver and yellow down the back straightaway into 3, out of 4. And then Scott running 7-1, his best lap that time by Mike Crafton. Going to have fast lap of the race with a 7-0. Right now running that number 3 spot. 10 laps down. Still a lot of racing left to go here. 40 laps left. Oh, it's over your leader. Watch it coming through turns 1 and 2. Looks like Scott will get by for the lead there. They're right there together coming across the line. The white and purple and the silver and yellow are your race leaders coming through here, guys. Scott will get around Corey here. And now going to have some clean track ahead. 15 down, 35 left to go. And that's going to be Lee coming up on the 2. Thank you. The battle for the lead coming across the line here. It's Scott, Lee, Mike, Corey, Chris, Sam, and Zach. Looks like Bruce out of this one early. Lee just ran a 6-9 hot lap of the race. Trying to find his way back around Scott here. A little bit of trouble for your 3rd place driver there, Corey. Will make up some time on him. You got a 3rd place out, you got a 1st place out. Oh, watch coming on the back, low on the back, low on the back. Leader getting caught up in some traffic there. Now Lee Osmond taking back over the race lead. 25 now, 25 left to go. Lee, Scott, Mike, Corey, Chris, Sam, Zach, and Bruce. Watch on the back, low on the back. Low on the back straight. Clear. Yeah, Lee's still out front. This one, 4.5 seconds up on Scott now. 5.5 to Mike. High into 1, high into 1. Clear. Corey and Mike now battle for that number 3 spot right there together. So yeah, that long lap for Mike will put Corey up to 3rd. Corey coming all the way from that 7th spot on the line. 10 laps left to go. Out for third place right now, getting your closest out there. Corey and Mike. Corey's got the teal, Mike's got the red and black. Chris and Sam also having a good battle for fifth place. Looks like Sam getting around Chris that lap. 5 laps to go here. Lee just putting a lap on. Hey, high out of 2, high out of 2. High out of 2. Clear. So that'll drop Corey down a little bit here, down to that 4 spot. Mike up to the 3. Alright, your leader coming across the line here, gonna go around one more time. Down the back he goes, into 3, out of 4. Check the flag.
Lee Osmond done.
Yeah, it'll be done as you
Ralph
cross.
done. Corey Hansler done. Zach Baker done.
Got Chris
Mike
Fish,
Rapp
that car is still racing.
Sam Scheffler done.
There he goes, and
All drivers are finished.
that's it.
Chris Anderson done.
Lee takes that one, Scott in the 2, Mike in the 3, Corey in the 4, Sam in the 5, Chris in the 6, Zach 7, and Bruce 8. Alright, we will get them back out here to Marshall Race 5, 13, 5 sprints. David, Corey, Brian, David Shore, Corey, Brian, David Johnson, Brandon, Michael, C4, and Mike Fleming.
David Shore. 4. Michael L. David Johnson. 2 minutes to the start of the race. Brian Hurst.
Watch that high out of 2. Alright, we got our drivers checking in here for race 5.
Corey Hansler. One minute to the start of the race. Mike Fleming. Brandon Trout.
Alright, if you guys are making some changes,
45 seconds to the start of the race.
go ahead and go for it.
Seconds to the start of the race. Seconds to the start of the race.
High out of 2. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get him in turn 1. Be David on the 1, Corey on the, David Shore on the 1, I should say that. David Shore on the 1. Sorry, Corey in the 2, Brian 3, David Johnson on the 4, Brandon 5, Michael 6, C4 on the 7, and Mike Fleming on the 8. Alright, drivers ready, marshals ready, roll them off. we are off and underway, guys. Race 5:13, 5 sprint. Got Dave Shore leading around, Corey Handler in the 2. Right coming out of 2, guys. Low out of 2. That's clear. Alright. So far we've got David Shore, Corey, and Brian. Top 3 staying the same as where they started. Michael up to the 4, C4 up to the 5. David Johnson to the 6, Brandon to the 7, Mike to the 8. Your leader going to be that green with the black wheels. High to 1, low to 1, clear. Alright. Now C4 making a move up to the 4th spot there. Brian holding on to the 3. Brian is C4 right now. You're close to power for that number 3 spot. So Corey putting down a hot lap of the race there, 6-1. Trying to run down the leader. High out of 2. Low 3. Oh, high is 3 and 4. High 3 and 4. That's clear. 15 down, 35 left to go. Now looks like it's going to be David Shore, Brian Erb, Corey Handler, C4, David Johnson, Michael, Brandon, and Mike Fleming. Closest 2 out there right now would be Brian and Corey for that number 2 spot. Now C4 close to the number 4 spot, those 3. All going to be separated by a second and a half here. Looks like Ryan goes for a spin, now C4 up to that number 2 spot. With Corey right behind him in the number 3 as they come across the line. Down the back straightaway they go. So right now, green cars are running 1 and 2. Black wheels is first, white wheels is second. Whoa, Rocky coming in this 1. High into 1. High into 1, high into 1. Alright, so that was some trouble for David Shore there. Got the worst out of that one, it looks like. So C4 taking over the race lead. High out of 2, high out of 2. So C4 from David Johnson in 2, David Shore in the 3. Brian in the 4, Corey in the 5, Brandon in the 6, and Michael in the 7. Mike Fleming in the 8. You're coming across the line though, going to be that green, white wing, white wheel. And then it's Dave Johnson and Dave Shore battle for the number 2 spot now. Going to be pretty close here, 6-0 for Dave Shore. Hot lap of the race. David Johnson in that yellow and purple. Dave Shore in that, high out of 2, low out of 2. Clear. Alright, so Shore getting back up to that number 2 spot. Johnson down to the 3. You got your leader coming up on some lap cars here. About 10 laps left to go. High out of 2. High out of 4, high out of 4. Battle for the lead now. Oh, jump for David Shore. Those 2 green cars are going to be battling for the lead here. 7 to go. Got C4 out front, David Shore in the 2 spot. Oh, short to the inside of C4 now. Getting up to the race lead, 5 laps left to go. It's David Shore, C4, David Johnson, Brian Hurst, Corey Hamler, Brandon Stroud, Michael O, Mike Fleming. Low at 2. Last lap here, David Shore, coming down the back straightaway into 3, out of 4, and across the line he goes.
David Shore done. David
Across the line,
Johnson
guys
done.
will be done.
C4 done. Brandon Shroud done. Brian Hurst done. All drivers are finished.
That's the race, everybody is done. Alright, David Shore will take that one. C4 with a good run from the 7 up to the 2. And it was David Johnson in the 3, Brian in the 4, Corey in the 5, Brandon in the 6, Michael L7, Mike Fleming in the 8. Alright, we'll get those guys back out here to Marshall Race 6. SC Mob Light, you guys are up.
Tom Walker. Steve Crawford. 2 minutes to the start of the race. Jim Gilbreth. Drake Gilbreth. Tony Reed. Lee Osmond.
Alright. Got everybody checked in. You got marshals hopefully
1
heading on
minute
the
to
way
the
back
start
out
of the
here.
race. Seconds to the start of the race. Seconds to the start of the race.
Alright, I am just waiting on some marshals here. 8 of them to choose from, just need 2.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
Alright, thanks to Mike. I got Mike out here. Need either Dave Shore, C4, Dave Johnson, Brian, Corey, Brandon, Michael. One of the 7 that's not out here just needs to come out. Alright, Steve, Lee, Tom, Jim, Tony, and Drake. Drivers ready, marshals ready. Roll them off. Off and underway, race 6, SC Mob Light. High on the 2. We got Steve leading this one around, leading that number 2 spot. Solomon's 3. Jim in the 4, top 4 staying in the same order. Drake up to the 5 spot. Tony down to the 6. 5 laps down, 45 left to go. So a lot of racing left in this one. Steve hot lap so far, 6-7. Little 1-2. Ten laps down, 40 left to go. 6-6 for Steve that time by. Hot lap of the race. Trying to run away with this one early. He's got a second and a half up on the lead. Lee with 2 seconds up on top. 8 seconds back to Drake. 2 seconds back to Jim. 14 back to Tony. Down, 35 left to go. Watch coming. Oh, wow, watch 2. Just careful. A lot going on there. That is clear. Alright, so your race leader here will be that white and red car coming across the line. 25 down, 25 to go. Halfway into this one. Alright, he's now starting to put some time on Lee. Coming up on 15 to go here, and we got a second and a half. Oh, so actually, he was a little bit of a longer lap now. Lee's going to be closing in a little bit, 1.5 seconds to gap. We're kind of working through traffic right now, so that could be a little part of it there. That white and red car is coming up on you guys. And then Lee will be coming through that same pack as well. And laps to go. Coming out of 2 guys, high out of 2. Left to go here. It is Steve Cropper still leading this one out. He's got a 3-second lead over Lee. 12 back to Tom, 17 to Jim, 10 back to Drake, a minute back to Tony. 3 laps to go. Keep on his last lap here, coming into 3, out 4, and checkered flag.
Steve Crawford done.
Alright, cross the line and you will be
John Walker
done.
done. Lee Osmond done. Trey Gilbreth done. Tony Z done.
Alright, that's a race.
All drivers are finished.
Steve will take that one, Lee on the 2, Tom on the 3, Jim on the 4, Drake on the 5, Tony on the 6. Alright. We get them back out here to marshal our last race of the night. Race 7 open sprint. Sean, Brian, Brandon, and David.
Brian Hurt. Sean Russell. Start of the race. David Johnson. Brandon Shrout. Start of the race.
Alright, got my drivers all checked in here. Getting one more marshal out here. We'll be ready to go.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
Alright. So we're making some changes here. But it will be Sean, Brian.
To the start of the race.
Okay, Sean, Brian, Brandon, and David. Whenever you guys are ready.
Seconds to the start of the race.
Oh, you're good. It's Sean, Brian, Brandon, and David. Alright. That's good. Roll off. Here we go. Off and underway. Race 7 open sprint. Right off the bat there. David will go from the 4 up to the 1. He's got a lot of drive coming out of the corner. That's where he looks fast to me anyway. David, Sean, Brian, and Brandon, right now you're running order. 5 laps down, 45 left to go. Now Brian right there with them in that number 2 spot. As they come across the line here. Sean's going to be right in that battle with little Brandon a little further out in that number 4 spot. A little bit of trouble for your leader there coming out of turn 4 now. Brian taking over the race lead. David Johnson to the 2 spot. A little bit of trouble for Brian going wide there and just having to kind of stick it out. David now taking over the race lead again. Brian to the 2, Sean to the 3, Brandon to the 4. 15 down, 35 left to go. These guys kind of bouncing off the pipe there. Gonna be right there together, battling it out for the lead here. David and Brian starting fourth and second on the grid, so figuring their stuff out here for the mains. And Brian's the inside passer on the back straightaway, taking over race lead. Now David having that inside coming down the back. Oh, Brian tries to hold it out. Low on the back. Low on the back straight. And that's clear. 45 down, 25 left to go. Halfway into this one now. Look at that, David leading this one out, that yellow and purple. Down the straightaway he goes, crossing the line. Looks like Sean having some issues there. David Johnson still off front, two picks up on Brian Earth. And then Blaine Trout in that number 3 spot. And Sean will be out of this one for now anyway. Looks like he got it fixed. Get back out there. Oh, low into one, low into one, low into one. Good job. Clear. 15 laps to go. It is Dave Johnson leading this one out, starting last, getting up to first. And he's got a 2.4 second lead over Brian. Brian with a 27-second lead over Brandon. And Brandon with 16 up on Sean. Sean was in that spot to 6-2 after getting back out there. He's back out there, you know, a lot of points still up for grabs, so he's got to stay in it. You never know if anything goes wrong for Brandon, he's going to get back up to that 3 spot. 5 laps left to go. Three to go now. David, Brian, Brandon, and Sean. Looks like this is probably how they will finish here unless anything crazy happens. Back slide here, David on his last lap. And checker flag.
David Johnson done.
He'll be done at the stop gas.
Brian Herb done. All drivers are finished.
Alright, that is a race. Everybody is done from last to first. David will take that one. Brian in the 2, Brandon in the 3, Sean in the 4. Alright, that is all for racing tonight. If you guys got a tab or entry fee, you can settle that up before you go, please.